Welcome back to the Passport Pals podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Olivia.
And we're the Passport Pals.
It's Friday.
Gotta get down on Friday. Happy
Another
Friday.
week.
Another week down. We survived.
We did. We tried a new pizza place this week.
We did. That was really fun.
Yeah. If you live in the greater Orlando area, Black Magic Pizza.
It was delicious.
It was really good.
Yeah. Well, today we are talking about our Italy, Greece, and Croatia cruise on board the MSC Sinfonia. Go back and listen to our last episode to kind of hear more about the ship specifically, but this will be an exciting one.
Yeah. It was a fun little adventure.
I can't believe we went to Greece still.
I still can't believe we did that too. This was the end of our 5-week adventure. So we were on for 5 nights, 7 nights? Oh my God, 7 nights.
Crazy.
It's crazy. You've kind of heard us hint at it. This was kind of my downfall in the trip, but we still did a lot of fun things.
Yeah, and she made it through Greece, and then...
and then down she went. But yeah, let's get into it, I think.
Yeah,
Ready?
So this cruise left out of Venice, Italy, and there was kind of a mishap with boarding. I think it was our fault, and we missed it with all the planning of this last minute, but...
I remember boarding being chaotic, but I don't know if it was our fault.
Well, it was, and then it wasn't. So... First off, when you cruise out of Venice, cruises don't leave out of Venice anymore. They used to, but there was a crash into the city, so they banned cruise ships from the city.
Reasonable.
Yeah. So we had seen that they were leaving out of the port of Marghera or whatever. So we're like, oh, let's get our Airbnb in Marghera so we can just board it right away.
Wrong.
Well, this is where I think it was our fault. It probably said where to board the whole time.
I remember this.
Even though... we just saw Marghera and we're like, let's stay in Marghera. But we still had to board in Venice City proper, across the bridge, on the island, nowhere near our Airbnb.
Yeah, but we took a tender boat.
Yes. So it was just crazy because we still were boarding the ship was by our Airbnb, but we still had to go to actual Venice.
So let's walk you through our day. So we leave our silly little Airbnb. We take our little tram thing to Venice. Then we had to take this like monorail thing.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about this.
Yeah. To the docking area for the tenders. Then we had to like check in, do all the standard stuff.
And we were like, where's the ship?
Yeah. And we were like, hello? And then we get off the monorail in like this like shipyard.
Vacant shipyard. There were no signs.
No signs.
There was just the people who got off the tram with us.
Yeah, and these like it was like a bachelorette party or something like that. And so these silly little ladies are like,
"Oh, you're going
what
on
do
the
we
cruise?"
do?" And then some man pulls up in like a bus. He's like, "Get in." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, but we were stranded in this parking lot for maybe 15 minutes. No signs, no buses.
No
Nobody
one knew what to do. We were checking emails. We're like looking through paperwork. We're like, "What's going on?" So then this bus rolls around. He's like, don't worry, I'll take you. He takes us maybe 4 minutes down the road.
to some like warehouse to check us in.
To some random lady. And she's like, hey. I'm like,
welcome to the cruise.
I'm like, what? Yeah. So then we checked in with her.
And did all the bags, check in, whatever. And then we had to wait for our tender ticket to be called.
Right. So we sat in this weird little room. Everyone was on edge because everyone wanted to get on board, obviously, and everyone wanted their tender boat to be called, ourselves included. But eventually, ours was the winning ticket.
But this was just such a crazy process. Oh, she's going rogue.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm like leaning down and I'm like getting frustrated.
But yeah, and the tender ride was not short. It was like a 20-minute tender ride.
It was far. It was really far. And the water was a little rocky, and there were a lot of people.
But then we pulled up to our ship, and there she was. And then I thought, oh, our tender boat's going to dock, and we're going to still get on a gangway. No, the little tender pulled up right to the side of the ship. There was a floating dock, and we had to climb these stairs up to the ship.
Steep stairs.
Very steep.
Imagine going from the ocean to like deck 6.
Yeah, it was crazy.
steep stairs that like overlooked the ocean. And I'm like, what if I fall?
Yeah, it was really such an odd boarding process
so
overall.
peculiar. And the boat is rocking, and the man-made deck is rocking, and you're like, everyone's like, what's going on?
It was crazy.
It was the most peculiar experience I've ever had. Anyways, we made it though.
We did.
To
we
the
made it
Sinfonia.
on board, and I think we went right to our room. We had an inside room. It was kind of really small, but I liked it.
Yeah, it was very tiny.
Yeah.
It was very tiny. Like
It was-
our beds were probably closer than we are now.
Yeah, honestly.
Like I do not think that our room was wider than our podcast set.
Honestly, that's so funny.
Literally. Like our room was a straight in. It was deep, but width
Yeah.
maybe 8x8. Like tiny.
It was very tiny, but I really liked it.
I did too. I mean, it was cozy.
Yeah.
It was what we needed.
But we had a fun surprise, which we hinted at in the last episode.
Yeah, so we were not like the last room, but we were the second to last room
From
in
the
the
very
hallway.
end of the ship.
Yeah. And so Josh is like, where does this door go? And I'm like, I don't know, let's find out. So we open this door out to this gigantic aft.
This like deck that overlooked the back of the ship.
A whole deck.
And they had lounge chairs out there, and it was incredible.
It was so nice.
So we basically had a big balcony right out 2 steps outside of our inside room.
Yeah. And while it wasn't like a private balcony, we really...
It was never busy. There was pretty much just the like couple rooms down at the end, whoever occupied it.
There was a one sea day.
Yeah,
And
where
everyone
everybody
was
out there.
sunbathing in the back. And we like went out and we were like...
What happened to our balcony?
We were like, good morning, it's 3. What is everyone doing? But yeah, so that was a nice surprise for us.
Yeah, it was. And again, we didn't plan it. We booked the last room available on the cruise, and it just happened to be steps away from this deck out back.
Yeah.
But then once we dropped our stuff in our room, we went and got lunch,
Yeah.
explored the ship.
We hadn't eaten.
No, I don't know what I want. But they had pretzel rolls, which were our saving grace the entire cruise. Were incredible. We filled our plates every single time in the buffet with these pretzel rolls.
The pretzel rolls and the fresh cut fruit like kept me alive. I think I'm not even kidding. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
But then there was a sail away party. We explored the ship. But honestly, we didn't really do much on the ship during this cruise.
No.
Like we were, again, the week 5 of 5 of our big trip. We were kind of dead at this point.
We were on this cruise to get to Greece.
That was the
it.
only. We weren't here to party and do all this. We wanted to go to Greece,
Yeah.
and this was our vessel.
When we were like looking at the MSC Sinfonia like specs, and Josh was like, a mini golf course. Where was that? And then we started rewatching your TikToks just to like get a grasp of what was going on. And we saw the mini golf course.
Don't remember, but we never went back there again. Don't remember even seeing it.
We were I think we were out of it.
Yeah.
At this point, like,
It was a fever dream.
yeah, we were present when we were in Greece, but everything else, I was clocked out. I was gone. Like, you could not get to me.
Yeah, it was crazy. But one memorable thing, like on the ship, we did make friends with our like seatmates in dinner. Now we had our own private table, which we always ensure. However, it was like 2 feet from like two other tables.
We were closer at dinner to our
I
dinner
think the
mates.
distance between us, there was like a table like in this distance.
Yeah.
But thankfully, they were all really nice people, and we all looked forward to our dinners every night, and we would like hang out around the ship. So when we weren't just like vegged out on our private balcony, we were just hanging around with our dinner friends.
We also made a friend on our private balcony.
We did, yeah. And
Our
that was
neighbors.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, they were like seasoned cruisers from Australia. Yeah, and she was so cool. She was like telling us about all of they're retired. They were such cool people.
They were so cool.
And she just was like, she was this like so fun and flamboyant and excited little lady. She just wanted to talk to us. And she wanted to tell us all about her cruises and things that she's done. And, oh yeah, we're doing this next year and we're going here next year. I'm like, I want to be you when I grow up. Hello. But yeah, Oddly enough, we met a lot of people on this ship.
So that was nice to have some friendly faces and hang out around the ship.
That was pretty much our first day.
And then day 2, we were in Brindisi, Italy.
Right, but we didn't get there until
4 p.m.
Yeah, late.
Which was crazy.
Late in the day. So it was like almost like a half sea day.
So we slept in.
Yeah, not super late. I think we got up at like 1 that day.
1 p.m. not super late. We'll just wait until how long we slept in at the end of the cruise.
Yeah.
But yeah, we slept in. We just hung out. I got a coffee. And
yeah, we didn't have anywhere to be. We didn't have anything to do. We were catching up on some Z's. And in an inside room, that can get really dangerous. Because I remember waking up to alarms and being like, what time is it? Just snooze them. Can't be later than 9. Baby, we were up at 1 p.m.
Yeah. But then Brindisi, Italy. Never heard of it before.
No.
Wouldn't recommend it, maybe.
No.
Now, there was this nearby city that, like, a lot of people took excursions to. I honestly don't even remember what it was, but...
We were saving up money for Mykonos and Athens.
So we didn't even think about doing it. So we just got off and walked around the town. There was this train that went around Brindisi. We almost did it, but some people were saying it was like a ripoff, and I don't know. And there didn't seem to be anything to see. So we were like, no.
Yeah, we were like uninterested.
But I mean, like, the architecture of the city was cool. There was like a little market right when we got off.
We went to a little church. We went in there, and then we found this little coffee shop. And I was like trying to explain to the women that I wanted an iced coffee.
Yeah, it got lost in translation and something crazy. And they were like, oh, yeah, we'll do this. And we're like, great. Something crazy came out.
But listen, though, I don't know what she brought me.
It was good.
It was divine.
It was more like almost like a milkshake or something.
It was. It was like she like brought it out to me with a spoon. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. Thank you so much. It was just hot out. And I, we're Americans and wanted our little iced coffees. And you had gotten one on the ship kind of similar.
Yeah.
And do you guys remember when that TikTok trend during COVID was happening? The whipped coffee. Very
we
similar.
We were having some authentic whipped coffee.
Yes, that's the best way that I can think to describe it. It was like very foamy, frothy. What happened here? Why am I spooning this into my mouth? Type deal, but divine nonetheless.
Yeah. And then we just walked around. We went grocery shopping. Again, if you've been following along, our favorite thing to do is buy some chips and sodas in wherever we are.
We got gummies this time around.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they were so good.
And then because this was our last stop in Italy, we got more gelato because we had gelato every single day when we were in Italy, and it was so good.
Just simply amazing. Oh my god, get me back to Italy right now.
Eat gelato. But then we just got back on the ship and had a very relaxing evening.
Yeah.
Went to the casino. We spent a lot of time in the casino, again, with our dinner friends, just hanging out.
Now, we both struggled at dinner.
We did. The food was, again, in Europe on MSC, the food is different than it is here in the Caribbean.
It's very geared toward European cuisine.
Which MSC is the most popular cruise line with Europeans in Europe.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, but it was just...
There's nothing wrong with it. It was things that we weren't in the mood for, and we were just struggling to find things on the menu.
Yeah.
I don't remember what night it was. I definitely think it was Brindisi. I got this, like, I was struggling to find, like, protein. I was like, I don't want fish every day, and it was, like, looking like that, but I also wasn't feeling like eating prime rib. I ended up with some sort of bean dish, and it was literally just, like... They opened a can of beans, put it in a plate, and put some pepper on it, and they were like, enjoy. That's all. It was just beans.
And you would, like, order a salad, and there was no dressing.
Yeah, they would bring us, like pieces of iceberg lettuce with, like, a cherry tomato.
Iceberg lettuce.
And I'm like, okay, I can rock with this. This is fine, I guess.
It was just odd.
Yeah, and the desserts were, like, gnarly, and I think every single night I ended up getting a fruit plate, because I was like, no thanks.
Yeah, there was like 1 or 2 nights out of 7 where dinner was actually good, but 5 out of 7 nights, it was just odd.
I think we actually really struggled with food on this trip.
The buffet was a little better. We ate a couple dinners in the buffet too, but even then it was... But the pretzel rolls...
Man,
Let me tell you.
those pretzel rolls.
And then day 3 was a sea day. You can guess what we did. We slept all day.
We slept. This was one of the days where we slept really, really late and like walked out to our back balcony expecting like cool ocean sea breeze, empty. People are upstairs doing things. And there were like chairs lined across the entire aft of people just sunbathing. I'm like, who are you people?
Yeah, and then people were even smoking back there, which they weren't supposed to do. But our fun neighbor lady, she's like, I'm already telling someone. They're not supposed to be doing that.
I was like, thank God for her, because it would have been me. She was like, I'm going back to my room and I'm calling somebody, and it's right there. So yeah, and there were signs posted everywhere like, you cannot smoke here, you cannot smoke here. So please don't smoke in undesignated areas.
Yeah. So then we just hung out in the ship. Probably we went to the casino, probably found our friends, and but again, very chill, low key. Didn't do much of anything except casino or chill, pretty much dinner.
Yeah, like I don't even think we left the aft of the ship most days.
No, I think tonight after dinner we hung out in the Irish pub with our dinner friends, and there was a live performer, so that was fun.
I do remember that. Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, after dinner, they were like, let's go to the Irish pub. And we're like, okay.
Mind you, we were like the youngest.
Yeah, mind you, there was like a middle-aged couple and then like an older couple were our dinner friends. So they were a lot older than us.
They were so much older than us. And like they could be our parents.
Yeah,
like,
and grandparents.
Yeah, but they were the sweetest people.
They were. And one of them actually lives right here in Orlando, which was fun.
Yeah, and she was like, come to my 4th of July party.
Yeah.
And I was like, literally, yes, of course, absolutely.
And they're like, we always go to this TGI Fridays for the wings special. We'll see you there.
Yeah. I was like, okay, perfect. I love that idea. But yeah, they were such nice people.
Yeah, it was so nice to meet them and just hang out. But again, very chill.
Yeah.
Casino or sitting down dead to the world.
Yeah, or
pretty
sleeping.
much.
To be honest with you. Oh my God. Remember how bad our Wi-Fi was in our room though?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, the Wi-Fi didn't work in our room or on our balcony really.
Yeah, it really didn't.
So we had to like go stand by the elevator to call our moms at the end of the night.
Yeah. No, literally. And I'm like in my pajamas and I'm like, I literally don't care who sees me. I'm just trying to call my mommy. And I feel like that was the one downfall. Otherwise, I would have probably stayed in our room the whole trip.
Yeah.
But I needed TikTok. And like when we went up to eat, we would like have pretzel rolls and just be sitting there like scrolling through TikTok. Like getting in our little quiet time.
Now up on the pool deck, there was oddly this large like seating section, like dining room seating section on the pool deck.
Yeah, that's where we ate every day. We didn't
but it was
eat
like
in
the
buffet.
size of a swimming pool, but it was just reserved for outdoor seating for the buffet, which was kind of nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
I hadn't seen such a large outdoor dining room for a buffet on any other cruise.
Yeah, I agree. And they had like snackies out there, like pizza and fruits and little various grab and go things.
So that was nice.
We did spend a lot of our time out there.
Yeah, but then day 4.
The
most exciting day.
Whoop, whoop. One of our most memorable days ever, I think.
We made it to Mykonos, Greece. Which was super exciting. Now, this was a tender port.
Started off really anxious.
But we did get priority tender tickets because we're gold MSC club members or whatever. But it was still, we got to go to like the front of the line, but even everybody was body to body anxious to get off the ship.
I mean, wouldn't you be here in Mykonos? Yeah. We had a pretty long day there, though.
We did. It was like 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So it was a pretty decent day. But we made it off. The tender did drop us off at the old port in Mykonos. There is a new port where a ship can actually dock, but it is further away from the city. So I'm kind of thankful that we did have to tender in, because then we could walk right into the city. If you were actually docked at the new port, then there is a free shuttle bus, but again, that takes time and it's far away, or you can pay to do a water taxi, so it just complicates things. So I'm glad we tendered right into the old port.
They should be glad they tendered into the old port, because I would have been raising hell.
Yeah, there was a Royal Caribbean ship docked at the new port, so
I didn't even know that. Good thing.
Yeah. Or I was researching before this episode to get more specifics, and they were like, yeah, you can walk. It's a 45-minute walk to an hour walk, but you can walk.
Mika, no.
And I've seen TikToks of people like walking to the new port. They're like, yeah, we missed the last shuttle. Our cruise leaves in 30 minutes. I hope we make it.
Praying to every Greek god under the sun, I guess. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so thankfully we got tendered in right into the old port, and then we walked into town. I think the name of the actual like town right by the port was Cora.
Oh, cute.
Just so you know, we walked around, we did some souvenir shopping on the way, and then I had found this coffee shop on TikTok that we went to that turns into a nightclub at night. So depending what time of day you're in Mykonos, go to Veranda Bar. It was really cool.
It was really cool.
It was really expensive, but the coffee was the best coffee I've ever had. And they had this seating that was literally right on the water's edge.
Yeah.
Like you could fall in, but it overlooked the windmills in Mykonos.
I
It was
just
really
gonna
cool.
say I felt like I was gonna fall in the whole time.
Yeah, like your chair was literally on the edge of the water, but it was so cool.
It was
I had never
beautiful.
been anywhere like that, and it was just incredible. Enjoyed a Fredo cappuccino. Nice frothy foamy goodness.
Yeah, we eventually learned that was the
that's what it
term
is.
that we needed to use, the Fredo cappuccino.
Or a Fredo espresso. It's just frothy espresso. So yeah. But I enjoyed
The next time we're
my
in Greece.
Fredo coffees. It was incredible. So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely check out Veranda Bar for a good coffee with a good view. Again, very expensive. They did have full breakfast too, but we didn't
Yeah,
eat
and it
that.
looked good.
It
Everybody
did
was
look
eating
good.
around us, and everything looked really delicious and fresh and yummy, but it is a little bit pricey.
So budget in that if you want, but definitely the coffee, €7. I think definitely budget for a coffee to have a nice relaxing start to your day.
Yeah, it was nice. But then we walked on over to the windmills, which were beautiful.
Yeah.
Super cool to see.
And then we walked throughout town a little more, but then our mission today was to find a beach.
Yes.
So we did go to Ornos Beach, and we took the public transit,
Yes.
which was very affordable. I think it was like €3 each way, I think. But the specific bus station, so you can know if you're going to Mykonos, it was the Fabrika bus station. And it was like right in the middle of town. So the Fabrika station is the one that goes to all the beaches. There is a bus station right at the old port, but it doesn't go to the beaches. And you can't take a bus from the old port bus station to the Fabrika station.
That would have literally sent me spiraling.
So if you are looking to go to a beach in Mykonos using the buses, you need to find the Fabrika station, which is kind of like at the back of the city center.
Yeah, there you go.
But we took the bus to Ornos Beach. We got day beds from one of the restaurants on the beach. It's called Porto Ornos Taverna. Wasn't bad, I don't think.
No.
They were like nice plush day beds.
Oh,
and
yeah. I was living in the lap of luxury. I was like, this is it. Like, this is the life. I'm holding on tight.
Yeah, it was incredible. We were, I think, the second row back from the ocean, but it was so nice. We spent like probably 3-4 hours there.
Yeah.
Just laying out. The weather cooperated because when we first got there, it was kind of gloomy, and we're like, oh.
Well, hindsight, we found out, remember, that there was like a red sandstorm.
Oh, yeah. The dust was coming over from Africa.
Yeah. Yeah. We were like in Greece, and I was like, it's like kind of foggy. And we were on the ship, and I remember thinking, like, is it my eyes? Like, am I going blind? What's going on? It's foggy outside. And then your mom was on the phone with us one night, and she
Yeah.
was like, oh, have you seen the sandstorms from Africa? And we were like, what are you talking about? And she was like, yeah, it's like blowing red sand into
Yeah.
Greece. And they're saying that there's like a weather advisory or like a air quality advisory. And I was like,
No.
well, that would explain the red dimming of the sky. Yeah.
But it did make the sunsets look cool.
Oh, yeah. No, it was beautiful. It wasn't like horrific. Like you
Yeah.
could obviously see everything, but there was definitely some sort of like mist in the air. Sand, I guess. But yeah, we spent our day on the beach. We got
It was
some
incredible.
snackies.
Yeah, the restaurant had servers walking around, got a sandwich. But yeah, it was just incredible. It
Yeah.
was such a nice day.
And it was in like this, the beach is almost like an alcove.
Yeah.
And not like a small one. Like it's a big alcove, but there's like sailboats you can see, and there's like a little bit of a mountain to your side, and then there's another mountain on your other side. It was just like beautiful.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, we're in Mykonos.
So definitely recommend Ornos Beach if you want a beach day in Mykonos and you don't want to go to like a beach club or anything.
Yeah, just budget out for your chairs because there's really no other way to
Yeah.
like sit on the beach.
But it was definitely worth it.
Yeah.
But then we unfortunately had to leave the beach because we still wanted to go back into town and like eat something and do more shopping. So we left there probably around like 3:30ish, 4 o'clock. Took the bus back into town, did some more shopping, and then stumbled upon this snack shack to get some gyros. Incredible.
They were so good.
Now, the sign on the building just said snack bar, but I was Googling things to try and find which snack bar. And if you Google snack bar Leonidas, you'll find it.
Perfect.
But I definitely recommend. It was very affordable too. It was like 4 or 5 euros.
Yeah.
And delicious.
Yeah, it was so yummy.
Yeah.
It was so good.
So definitely recommend finding the snack bar because there was a lot of. We were looking at the menus and walking by all these places like, oh, should we eat here? Should we eat here? And it was some of them were kind of pricey and we're like, it looks kind of touristy.
Yeah.
But like this was really
good.
And
it was
cheap.
very like it was like hole in the wall. Like you're getting what you're coming for type deal. Yeah, it was good. It was cheap.
Really good.
And so delicious. Oh my gosh, it was so good.
But then we just spent a lot of time just walking around, going down to all the different shops, just admiring the city.
Yeah, the
beauty.
architecture, those pristine white and blue.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was insane. I like literally couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, I cannot believe we're here. Not for 1 second. I can't believe we're here. And then we walked down by the water on like this like cliff type situation.
We were just walking anywhere and everywhere we could, taking it all in.
Yeah, we really was just gallivanting around. And then we stumbled. I wanted baklava. So we went to this little like pastry store near the port.
It was called Cafe Venetti.
Cafe Venetti. Now, was it the most authentic baklava? Probably not. It was a little touristy in my humble opinion. Like it was like, here's an eclair. Would you like one? And I was like, I don't think you should have those here. So, but it was still absolutely incredible baklava. You're not a big baklava guy.
No, but I got a coffee.
Yeah. But it was delicious nonetheless, even if it wasn't the most authentic. Now, one other thing about Mykonos, which is like so fun, the kitties.
I was just going to say, I forgot about the cats.
Yes.
I spent a lot of time just
petting
stray
cats. Which is probably dangerous. Like they probably have so many diseases, but like I just wanted to be someone who loves them in their lifetime. You know what I mean? Like they might not get pet as often as they should. And they were like the sweetest little things. Like they just come up to you and look at you. And like sit in front of you. There were so many kitties on Mykonos.
So many.
So cute. So cute. So cute.
But that was pretty much our day in Mykonos. We had a nice, amazing day. But unfortunately, it came to an end.
I feel like this was our best mix of like getting souvenirs, experiencing the town, the city, experiencing some relaxing beach time, experiencing some good food.
Yeah, we really did it all. And I don't think we ever felt rushed.
No.
Like I could have spent a lot more time, but we never felt rushed.
Yeah, I could have sat on that beach club for the next 3 days, of course. Hello. But like we got your coffee, we leisurely moseyed on over to the windmills, leisurely got to the beach club.
Yeah.
Leisurely got back to our ship. I think we were probably the last tender back.
We were the last tender. So the last tender, it said left at 6:45. So we were pushing that. But then we waited for 20 more minutes, even though we got there on time.
Because there were people who were late.
Yeah.
Or maybe we were on time.
We were right on time, but then we waited 20 minutes for more people to arrive.
Yeah, because they were the last people to get back, and they totally got back late. Like I don't think we got back to the ship until 7 p.m.
Yeah, we were sitting in the tender boat for a long time.
Yeah, and we saw our bachelorette ladies again, and we were just chatting with them. So I mean, we were fine waiting.
Yeah.
I didn't have any problem waiting for people, but
we were like
in a hustle, and then we were like, okay, are we going?
But then we sadly went back to the ship. We went right to the hot tub because we had our bathing suits on still, and the hot tub was empty, surprisingly.
Yeah, I assume people were just back on getting ready for dinner and doing things, but we had like a free pool deck pretty much.
And it was incredible. This was the only time we went in like the hot tubs, I think. We never went back in the pool or hot tub.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right.
Yeah. But it was empty. It was nice. And then we had a nice hazy sunset as we were sailing away. It was pretty cool. Then the night, we just went to dinner, hung out with our friends, casino, the usual.
Yeah.
But then day 5, another big day. We were in Athens.
We did a lot in Athens.
We did. We did an excursion through MSC.
Yeah. So fun thing about Athens, the port is nowhere near anything.
No, it's in Piraeus.
Yeah. So if you want to see the Acropolis and you want to do the big hitter experiences, you have to buy an excursion. There's no way you're getting there by yourself. Like, and if you want to take a taxi or Uber, I don't know how the public transit works there. There's no way you could have done it.
No. Now, there was this hop on, hop off bus that they were like pushing like right when you got there. And one of our friends did it, but it just seemed confusing. And they thought, even they were confused. They were like, we thought we were going to a beach and we ended up nowhere near a beach.
Yeah.
So it just seemed like a lot of chaos. We're like, we want to go to the Acropolis. Let's just book the excursion.
Right. Our first time in Athens, probably not our last, but we wanted to do the big hitter stuff so that we could, say we went and get to experience it. But first we took this bus and it's a big city, of course. So you're going through like these streets. I'm like, okay, we've been driving for like a long time.
Yeah, it was pretty far.
We were in the bus for like 45 minutes before we got to our first stop. And then we got to this museum.
The Archaeological Museum of Athens.
Brother. Okay. It was cool for like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. But then it was like, okay.
Yeah. And then I had this lady in my ear in my little headphone, and she's like going on and on and on. And I'm like, respectfully, I thought I saw this 3 minutes ago. What is this? Like, don't get me wrong. Respect the history, 100%. Respect the culture, 100%. Obviously, I'm Greek. Hello. But like, it was a pretty tiny museum, and we spent such a long time in there. I was like, when are we going to the Acropolis? I was like that kid on like family vacation that's like, are we there yet? When are we leaving?
Yeah.
And I think everyone was getting kind of antsy, where they were like, okay, cool. And there were no like major...
Yeah, no.
There was no like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm seeing that in real life. It was like, isn't this in like New York at MoMA? Like, this feels like something I've already seen before. Which like, that sounds so snobbish. Don't get me wrong. The history is beautiful. If I had endless, countless hours, I probably would have loved to go there if I had multiple days there. But we were there, when you're in Athens, you're there to go to the Acropolis. Period.
Yeah.
Bottom line. So yeah, we were just like kind of looking at each other like,
okay.
Oh my God. And then we get back on the bus and it was like another 40-minute ride.
Yeah, it was far. I don't know what was going on.
I'm taking a nap. I'm taking this headphone out of my ear and I'm going to bed. Y'all let me know when we're there. Yeah, it was crazy.
It was.
But we made it.
We did make it to the Acropolis, and it was really busy.
It was so busy.
It was hot.
So hot.
There was a hike.
The hike. The hike. Okay. I had no clue that the hike would be not only a hike, but a slippery one.
Yeah, because it was all like marble stone that was built whenever it was, but it was very slick.
So slippery. And I mean, people have been walking on it for how many years? Hello, of course it's going to wear it down and make it slippery. It was
really slippery.
Like, we were hanging on to each other being like, I might fall down these stairs right now. I'm not sure.
So the hike and getting like up into the Acropolis was very packed. Once we got up there though, we ditched our guide.
Yeah.
We were like, okay.
Not like toodles.
Yeah, and you were able to find little pockets like away from people to really enjoy it. So that was nice.
Oh, yeah. So we climbed up all the stairs that you needed to climb up. And then once you get up there, the Acropolis is in like a big open space surrounded by a bunch of little additional like architecture and stuff.
Probably spent a good like 30 minutes up there.
Well,
just
yeah, and then she was like, you have 15 minutes. And I was like, you're telling me we spent like 2 hours in that museum and you're only giving me 15 minutes to look at the Acropolis? No, absolutely not. So then she was like, oh, actually you have more like 30 minutes. So I don't know. We just went about our way. She was still yapping over that headset. I was too far out of range to hear her because I was done. I was so done. I learned very much that a guided tour is not for me on this tour, where I was like, respectfully, I do not want to hear your voice anymore. Like, so kindly, I would rather just figure this out on my own. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think this was like, for me, where we don't do a lot of guided tours.
No.
This was like a defining moment for me where I was like, it's not for me. I just like don't want to hear someone in my ear the whole time. And like, I would rather, here's my thing. I would rather, and this is probably bad. This is probably not the way you should do it. But for me, this works better. I would rather be in the moment, see it, take it all in for what it is, take in the energy, really think like, wow, like my ancestors were here. There's history here. And then do like the like research at a separate time. I don't want to be like there and hear like thank the Phoenicians or like blah 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 blah, and this marble is this kind of marble. Right now I don't care. It's hot. I'm tired. I just walked 1.5 miles. I'm hungry. And like I just want to be here now. Like I just want to be present and like look around and see everything. And then maybe like I'll go look it up. I don't want to like hear you in my ear constantly. Yeah. She was constant. Like I don't think she ever stopped talking. And like if you got too far away, it would like start crackling. And I'm like, get it out. Like enough. I just don't think guided tours are for me. I also just don't want to be controlled. Like, oh my God, in that museum, I almost was kind of sticking it to the man. I would just kind of go off on my own little and do whatever I wanted because I was like, I don't want you to tell me what I'm supposed to look at. I want to look at what I want to look at. And figure it out myself, which is maybe like a me thing. I don't know. But I did not like that she was in control of like my experience. I want to control my own experience.
Yeah.
Do you like a guided tour?
Not really. I'm not like super against it, maybe as you are, but it's definitely not like the most enjoyable experience. I'd prefer a private tour. But I don't have money for private tours, so
right. No, if I was a millionaire, hell yeah, get me as close to the Acropolis as you can. I touch it? Like, if I'm paying for a guided tour, we're gonna get a guided experience. You know what I mean? Sure.
Like, I want someone just telling me things, not like guiding a group. You know?
Oh God, and that was another. Like, our group was insufferable. And I feel like that's really my main problem with guided tours is you get like the insufferable guided tours where you're like get out of my way, please. Oh my God, our group was so insufferable.
Yeah.
I sound like a meanie stinky poo head. I'm sorry. I'm not really that much of a Debbie Downer in real life, I promise. I'm just giving you my honest, humble opinion so that you can, critique it or agree with it or whatever you want to do. But I just don't think guided tours are for me.
Yeah.
And like, somebody is probably gonna like bash me for being like, I don't care about the history of the Acropolis. I do. Okay, I do care about it. I just don't. When I'm there, I want to be there.
That makes sense.
I can read an article I can read a book about the Acropolis any day of my life. I'm present. I'm here. I want to take it in. I want to breathe the air. I want to like just experience it while I'm here. And not like be trying. I'm not going to recall any of this. It's not like important to me in this moment. I'm looking at the Acropolis. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, this is where they did this. What? I don't care.
I kind of like that though, because then it's like, what am I looking at?
The Acropolis.
But like, what did they use it for? Why was it built? Like, I don't know any of that. I just
know it's a thing. I can Google that. I literally could Google that right now and tell you exactly what the Acropolis was there for. And you know what? You still saw it.
I guess. I see your point. But in the moment, it's kind of like, oh, what is that? Oh, that was there because of that. But I can just Google. See both sides. Yeah.
I don't want some lady telling, and I can't even ask you can't ask questions, so I can't even like point out the horse head. Be like, why is there a horse up there? Because she's yapping. She's still yapping. Like they're still talking. I just don't like a guided tour. I don't think it's for me. I like to be in control of what I'm experiencing. Yeah. And I want more than 30 minutes to look at the Acropolis. I don't want to have to like move on because you want to move on.
Yeah.
And then, okay, we're going too fast. So we see the Acropolis. Our 30-minute timer is up. And then we just stood around for like 15 minutes until she decided like, okay, it's time to move on. And then we walked down to this little town.
Plaka.
Okay. Which was fun. Fine and dandy. Except I don't know if she knew where she was going. Maybe she did. We were like running down these stairs. These slippery stairs, mind you. And she was just off. Talking to herself. Maybe talking to the same 5 people that like swarmed her. And that's another thing that happens with tour groups is like specific people get attached to the tour guide and like don't leave their side, and then the tour guide favors them and caters to them. And then it's like, okay, but what about me? I have short legs. I'm 5 feet tall. I'm hot. I haven't eaten. Your voice is annoying me, and now you're crackling because you're 7 miles ahead of me, and now I can't find you. Please put up the flag. Like, please, hello, where are you? That's another thing that I feel like happens with tours.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like for Athens, it was necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I just, like, my battery was drained by the time we got to the Plaka.
Yeah.
I was like, can I get this out of my ear now? Like, let me,
Uh-huh. But then once we got to Plaka, she's like, okay, you have 20 minutes.
This is when she became really beneficial, though, because we got to try.
Yeah, she gave us the drink. What was the drink? I don't even remember. Some sort of alcohol.
Very traditional alcohol.
Yeah.
It tastes like licorice. You'll know exactly what we're talking about.
But we got to try that. And then, but then, yeah, she's like 20 minutes. I wish we would have skipped the museum and then done more time in both of these places.
Right, exactly. And then maybe we would have time to eat a meal, a traditional Greek meal or something like that. You want to know where we ended up? Starbucks.
Yeah, because that's all we had time for.
That's all we had time for. It was right around the corner. And you know who else was there? Our entire tour group. Because that's all that was there.
So yeah, it was cool. Wish we had more time in Plaka. But again, I'm glad we got to see the Acropolis. That was the mission.
Yeah.
I had a good time there.
Yeah, mission accomplished. We did have a good time.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
But then we boarded our bus and took the almost hour ride back.
Yeah. And then we got back with some time.
We did. And we were like, I think we have an hour left. And this was our concern too. We're like, do we really have an hour? Are you sure we don't have to be back?
Yeah, we were like looking at each other like.
Because everybody was just getting right back on the ship. And we're like, I think we have another hour still.
Yeah. So then you looked up where to get euros nearby.
And we found this place across the street. Now, it was kind of still a hike because we had to like go out of the port, but it was like right there.
Yeah, it was hot. It was so hot.
It was called Piraeus Street Taverna.
Oh my God, go.
It was really good.
We wanted euros. We wanted domades. That's pretty much all we wanted because it was our last stop in Greece and I am Greek. So I wanted some domades before we left. But we were kind of hustling back to the ship.
Yeah.
The meal took a little bit longer than we expected.
Yeah. And we snuck it back onto the ship.
Yeah.
Which you're not supposed to do, but we got it on.
Sorry.
Nobody knew.
Then we went back to our balcony and enjoyed our meal. Delicious food.
So good. And enjoyed the sail away from our little private, not so private balcony. Yeah, it was incredible. Great views, sailing away. Sad. We were no longer in Greece.
Yeah. It was like bittersweet. I was like, oh, like, bye Greece. But we'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
But then, yeah, we just had another chill night on the ship. Dinner, hanging out, casino. And then the next day was another sea day, day 6. So, of course, we slept in.
This should have been a red flag for us. This is where things like went poor. We slept
pretty much the entire day.
I think until like 4 o'clock. We were in bed. Again, we had no plans. We had nowhere to be. We had nothing to do. Finally ate our first meal. I can't even tell you. Pretzel rolls and fruit, probably. And then it was time for dinner.
Yep.
So then we went to dinner.
Just enjoyed dinner with our friends.
And it was like elegant night or something, right?
Was.
Yeah. And we showed up in not elegant attire. We were like, no way, Jose. Or was it white night?
Oh, White Night was sprinkled somewhere in here. It was after Athens. So we skipped it. We jumped past it. But yeah, White Night was after Athens, which again, White Night is MSC's signature nighttime party. Everyone wears white, and it was actually pretty fun.
White Night is our favorite party on a cruise ship. But yeah, it was exciting. I think it's interesting because I think the European crowd is really different when it comes to like partying. I don't know. The vibes were just different. I was like, it's not like hype.
It wasn't our fun like club party songs. It was like taking us through, I think the theme of it was like a journey through music. Like there was songs from this country, this country, this country.
Which usually White Night is like, how loud can you scream Fireball with Pitbull? Like that's the vibe we have here in the US of A.
So it was fun. Just, a different vibe.
Yeah, it was different. I mean, it was still wonderful and the DJ still crushed it. And it was so nice to be out on the deck and our little white fits. And you got a fun little drinky drink.
I got a pineapple full of alcohol for €9. That was fun.
So exciting. Super exciting. We made our way to the casino.
Yeah, we were out late tonight, I think. We were just partying with our friends. Yeah.
Which is maybe why we slept until 4 p.m.
Yeah, because we were out very late.
Yeah.
Just hanging out around the ship. But it was fun.
Right. And then flashing back forward to our sea day.
We slept all day. Then made it to dinner. And then, just had a chill evening, probably doing something. Very low key.
Was this the day that we also went to the little Irish pub with them?
Yes, I think we probably ended up at the Irish hub too.
Yeah. Just temporarily, not super late, but
so, but we did just kind of hang out with our little group, chilled.
Yeah.
But then day 7, last day of the cruise, we were in Croatia, Split, Croatia.
Yes.
Now, this was your downfall.
This was in fact my downfall, unfortunately. I was so strong the whole rest of the trip, but I woke up feeling funky. And I knew I was feeling funky, but I was like, it'll be all right. I was just really tired, and I thought that I was just tired. But we ended up getting off. We were in Split, Croatia. We didn't really have a plan.
No. There was a Game of Thrones filming location in town where Daenerys kept her dragon, so we saw that.
We went there.
We were like, let's go find a beach.
And the castle, the Daenerys Targaryen castle, was where it struck me. Where I was like, maybe something is wrong. Like walking to the castle. Yeah, we had to walk
there.
And then like getting there, I was like, this is maybe not the best situation. But I was like, oh, we're going to be sitting on a beach. It'll be fine. Well,
wrong. So we were researching the night before what beach should we go to. We went to first beach, because we ended up at multiple beaches, but Kasuni Beach.
Beautiful.
It was very beautiful. There was like a mountain right behind it, all these trees, but it was very rocky.
Yeah, so it was
full of rocks, pebbles.
Beach.
We didn't have water shoes, and it was kind of gloomy, and the water was cold, so it wasn't even like worth suffering through, even though it was so beautiful.
Right, and there was a beach club that we were considering getting chairs at,
but it was crazy expensive, like 90 euros, cash only. We didn't have any, and we were like, Pebble Beach, it's crazy expensive. It's not the best weather. Like, what? Right. We are not going to do this.
We made a valiant attempt, though. We
did.
Put on our little beach towels. We kind of
lay down on the pebbles.
And we were like...
and we got like knee deep in the water.
Yeah, and me like thinking I'm dying. I was like, oh my God, am I going to... What is going on? This sucks.
But again, it was beautiful. Just the stars were not aligning.
No, it was not for us. So we got another Uber.
Yeah. The Ubers, by the way, in Croatia were very cheap. Like $5 to $10, which was crazy.
Yeah, and we weren't going like short distances either.
No. But then we went to, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, but Bakvice Beach, I don't know, which was a sand beach, but it was pretty popular. It was a black sand beach. But again, it was gloomy, and you were dead to the world.
We set our things down. I sat down, laid back, and I was literally dead to the world until Josh was like, we need to go back to the ship. I swear, I don't think I opened my eyes once.
Yeah, we were there for an hour, maybe even 2, just like laying there on the beach.
just literally laying there. I was dead to the world. So far asleep. You could not touch me.
But that was pretty much our day in Croatia. We made it back to the ship, took a nap.
Well, yeah. And so we got back to our room, and I remember like calling my mom and being like, I just don't feel good. And my mom was like, oh no. And I was like, yeah, like I don't know what's going on, but I think I'm gonna rest, so I'll call you in a little bit. I think we slept for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad because I like could not open my eyes, and I kept trying to get up so that we could like go eat food, and I felt so bad for you. And I remember thinking like, I think I told you like, please just go eat. I was like, I cannot physically get out of this bed right now. You need to go eat. But eventually we got ready.
Yeah.
And then we went out to the buffet. I think I ate like a whole cantaloupe. Fun facts about me: when I'm sick, I crave like fruit. So I was like sicky.
But we got some fruit in, and then we ended up at dinner with our friends.
So miserable.
Yeah, and one of our friends bought like a bottle of champagne for everyone to share, and you were like dying, and you're like, I can't drink this because I'm dying, but they bought it for us.
Right. Well, and like when I drink alcohol, I get exhausted. Like I get so sleepy, but I was already exhausted and so sleepy, and I had already taken medication too. So I was like, can I even drink with meds? Like, what do I do? But yeah, I was just like congested. My head felt foggy. I felt like nauseous. I was exhausted, like lethargic. My body ached. But once I slept like the 6 hours, I was kind of revived.
Yeah.
Like I was stuffy and still felt funky.
You were like more of a human.
But I was like, oh, okay, like I'm back. We're so up. But yeah, we were at dinner. We had champagne, which was so sweet.
And then, yeah, just kind of said goodbye to our friends. We hung out with them a little after dinner in the casino, but we had to like pack and like put our suitcases out. So
right,
yeah,
we said our goodbyes. Went home, packed.
And then, yeah, that was pretty much it for our cruise. Again, other than in Greece, it was kind of very low key, but we kind of needed that.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. But our trip didn't stop there.
It did not. So the cruise ended in Venice. And I guess we'll get into this briefly before we end the episode. But so originally, our flight home was at 9:45 a.m. because, again, we had already booked our flight before we inserted this cruise into the mix.
Yeah, we did not consider the fact that we would not be disembarked by then.
No, and again, we were in this port that was like in the middle of the shipyard, and we had to take a bus and this and that. So the day before the cruise ended, we realized like logistically there is no way. We even were at guest services. We were like, what is the earliest we can get off? What does getting off even look like? Because again, it was so funky getting on. And they were like, yeah, you're not going to make it. So
so we canceled our flight.
Yeah, and originally flying home, we were flying all on the same day from Venice to London and then London to Orlando. We were doing it all in one day, but that was just what we were doing. So instead, we changed it. We moved our flight later in the day to like 2 p.m. leaving Venice. Still flew to London, but then because we changed the flight, there was no other flight leaving to Orlando for 2 more days. So then we had to stay in London for 2 days, which like is not a bad thing, but it just was not in our plans at all.
No. We were completely surprised by that. I was like, what do you mean we're staying in London for 2 days?
Yeah, so we needed to find a hotel and rebook our flight. So that's kind of how the last day went. And we're like, I hope we make it home because it was all uncertain.
But we'll get into what our life in London
was like. So stay tuned for our next episode to hear what we did in London and how our crazy travel days went. But with that, that's the end of our Greek Isles cruise. Again, it was wonderful.
It was so worth
Amazing.
It. We'll do it 100 times.
I can't wait to get back to Greece. It was a bucket list of mine, and I can't believe we did it.
Yeah, I think when people ask us nowadays, too, we both say that Mykonos is our favorite place we've been to.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Just the vibes were like built different there.
Yeah.
Truly.
Let's go back.
Okay.
Tomorrow?
Let me know.
Okay. But before we end out the episode, we wish you guys were here with us. Again, we ask you guys to submit all your travel thoughts, opinions, questions, comments on our website, passportpalspodcast.com, and we react to them every Friday. So let's see what kind of submissions we have, if any.
Hope Thompson wrote in
I
today.
think we only have one from Thompson. So thank you, Thompson.
Thompson, you're the best.
Let's see.
We should have him on the podcast.
We should. All right, Thompson says, oh, this is kind of funny.
I'm excited.
It's kind of related to our episode.
Okay.
So, hot take. Tenders are a mess.
Thompson, I like you more and more every time you write in.
Let's add options. Cruise ships are tall and zip lines are popular, but they only work in one direction. Same with water slides and catapults. I've never seen the helipad get any use aside from sail away parties, but copters hold even less passengers than tenders. The only solution that works for everyone is adding sea-doos for every passenger.
Perfect. That is such a good idea. I fear I wouldn't make it to the port. Like I'd fall off and like break a rib before I got there. Yeah, I just don't love a tender.
Tenders.
I know it's like better for the environment somehow or something. I don't know. But it's just too stressful. There's too many people to get off the ship. It can't be easy for them either. Use the lifeboats and then we can all get off at once.
Everyone line up at your muster stations.
Yeah. You want to get off this ship? Be at your muster by 8 a.m., baby.
Yeah, I don't mind a muster. I don't mind a tender.
I hate tenders.
Maybe that's my hot take.
I could just get too anxious. I'm like, I need to be the first one off. And I like try and calm myself down and I'm like, I'm going to get there eventually. But then I'm like, I'm running out of time.
We have a tender port coming up. Grand Cayman.
Is it tender port?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta bring my Xanax.
So stay tuned for that review. But yeah, I don't know. I don't mind a Tinder port. It adds maybe an extra 10 minutes and it's not as convenient.
An extra 10 minutes.
I don't know. Depends. You just have to do more planning. So maybe that's annoying.
Be advised, we don't have premier.
But we're thinking of doing an excursion. So if you have an excursion, you
That's
sometimes
a different situation, though.
Expedited Tinder
Yeah,
off.
that's fine. That's fine because I have priority.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're doing that this time, so
I guess whatever.
it'll be fine. Maybe.
I'm gonna fall overboard, so they have to give me money. Maybe if you didn't have a Tinder port, I wouldn't have fallen. Me like on the stairs that they make you take with the net underneath it so that nobody falls into the ocean. I'm gonna deliberately roll out of the net. I'll fall into the net and then roll out and be like, oh no, I've fallen.
Man overboard.
You know that video of grandma?
Yes.
That's gonna be me. Anyways.
But that was our only submission for the Wish You Were Here.
Thanks, Thompson.
Thanks, Thompson. But leave us any questions, comments, concerns, travel related on our website, Passport Pals Podcast, so we can react to them every Friday. But with that, we'll end out the episode here. See you guys on Monday. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you are watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, do all the things. If you are listening, leave us a review on whatever platform you're listening on. But with that, we'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend. And where to next?